right over there.
Got it.
To your
Got
left.
it.
Filming your life right now.
Okay. Got it. You see him right now?
See that truck right there? Right in front of us, to our right.
Right, like, turn right.
He says he's outside right now.
Oh, yeah, all over there, over there.
Y'all can just come out at a distance. Obviously, don't like crowd him. Pass me the chats too for.
Want to be on the paper?
Where?
Here, where's he at?
He's right there. He's at the car.
Okay. Got it. Here, this phone will probably have to give to the cops. 11 o'clock. Oh. Oh. How's it going, man?
All right, how are you?
Good, good.
Can you see?
Absolutely.
My name's Blake.
Gordon, nice to meet you, Blake.
Gordon, nice to meet you.
Yeah, man.
I'm just so glad for some truth.
Yeah.
I've just been dying with this, with sincerely a person that I was trying to keep like around because that's important to me.
Right.
And I didn't know his safety.
Right.
And it seemed like he just wasn't stable.
I know. And dude, I could see from kind of reading the interaction, you totally show a lot of empathy and you show a lot of care for people, and that's a pair, and that's why I came to talk to you.
It's my profession.
Okay.
It's my heart is to really care for people.
Good.
I have a twin.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a nitwit thing that we do, but we've always been pretty emotional.
Pretty empathetic. Okay.
I don't think that's missing, but
Right, right. Well, I mean,
there are.
so is that?
I'm friendly. I don't have weapons.
I know. I just want to make sure.
Like,
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Can we just like stand right here, just by the trunk, just so we're all good here? Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So, obviously,
what's
you know, I just want to kind of see what's up with and all that stuff. You know what
can
I mean?
do you know any info on him? I don't know a lot.
I know a little bit, but I'm sure you know more. So I guess just kind of a.
Okay. Do you know if he's a minor?
Did he?
I don't.
Okay. Well, what did he tell you?
He said when we first met
Yeah.
that hi, what's
Okay.
going on?
Okay.
And yeah, then he said, oh, I'm 15.
Okay. Okay.
So, but I just didn't believe it. There was something up. I've been talking with a friend about it, because I just wasn't buying it. I knew there was a hidden agenda, and yeah.
Got it. Got it. Did he ever tell you that he was anything other than 15, or?
His friend did.
Okay.
Then it became odd.
Okay.
It was 14.
Oh, his friend was 14?
Then it was 15.
Uh-huh.
And then it was 16.
Got it. Got it.
Did I want to be involved with a minor
Right.
that way? No.
Okay.
It was really a check-in. I want to see this person definitely seemed sensitive about things.
Mhm.
I was believing the whole trauma story.
What was it? What was his
That-
trauma?
He was manipulated and hurt when he was young.
Okay. Like how many years ago did he say that was?
Well, it's happened a couple times apparently. He said when he was, I don't know if he said 8,
Uh-huh.
but if I were to do the math, I'd say, okay, so you're 8 then. And it happened then.
So
Then
how?
somebody else took advantage of him in his pictures
Uh-huh.
and in his head. And if he was that small,
Yeah.
It got all over the place.
So
He attempted suicide a couple times.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. So how long ago did he say that was?
Oh God, I'm sorry for him.
Yeah. Yeah. So did he say when
is that true, or is that a hoodwink?
I mean that I'm not too sure. So did he say that was 7 years ago, or did he say when he was 8?
He didn't really say. I assumed he said a couple years. I was trying to math out things.
Okay.
They weren't all adding up. Couple years here, a couple of years there.
Okay. So when he said a couple of years, you assumed he would be around 8 years old at that time?
If I were to believe he was 15,
okay,
that would be the math.
Okay, got it. Yeah, because I just heard like you assumed he was 8 when that happened. That's a very impressionable age.
Are you the one who I was talking with?
Who?
Well, it was Brian.
On the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Brian?
Yeah, who is Brian?
I'll just be honest with you. Yeah,
that was you?
I was Brian. Yeah. Think I did a good voice, or?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, you did say it was good. It was good.
I appreciate it, man.
And you know what? Seeing you have a heart too. I can see that.
Thank you. Yeah, I can tell you have one as well, man.
Yeah.
Blake, right?
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot. So obviously there were some. Where did I meet you on? Like, how did?
There's a site.
Okay.
And it's called Image Circ.
It's called what?
Image Circ.
Okay.
So it's IMG.
Okay.
It should be known. I found it years ago.
Okay.
So I think I relate in a way to that.
Okay.
Sending what I sent. We'll get there.
Uh-huh.
And it's obvious what it's for. To talk about boys.
Okay.
I don't engage with it.
Right.
Know about it.
Right.
It hasn't left my brain.
Uh-huh.
So and it all started actually with another person.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened here.
Yeah.
Who lied. A lot.
Okay.
It was Luke. It was Noah. It was baloney.
Uh-huh.
And it was a scam. That was 4 months or 5 months. And I didn't know if he was okay.
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing.
Right.
How can I, in my scared state, knowing I'm here.
Yeah. How old was Noah or Luke or that one guy?
18.
You're saying
17, 16.
Oh,
15.
okay. I see. The old bait and switch, right?
Sugar Daddy. It was on his IMG SRC. He was looking for a sugar daddy.
Okay.
Apparently.
Looking for a sugar daddy.
So it was captivating to me. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Got it. I see.
I wasn't searching for like, okay, I want this to be.
Yeah, of course. So that's a site where people, obviously you didn't make the site, but this is a site where people discuss boys.
It's obvious. Yeah.
Okay.
It's skirting the law, I think. I think it's somehow legal.
Okay.
Well,
is it like is it like forums, or is it like a one-on-one chat, or how does it?
I don't really know websites. I shook your hand.
Yeah.
I have a fever. I'm sorry. Don't.
I don't care. Hey, I don't care, man.
My brother came home with it.
Yeah.
And then it went around. So it's.
Hey, if it happens, it happens, right? It's part of life. It's part of life. It's part of life.
Is it a forum?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a social thing.
Okay.
Yuck. And you can type up anything. It's a photography site.
Okay.
Apparently.
Right.
When I was 14 and 15, found it.
Oh yeah.
I was figuring out my sexuality.
Right. And
Google.
Mm-hmm.
Cute, hot, voice, whatever.
Yeah.
Boom. And Image Circ came up.
Okay. Is it like an American site, or?
It's Russian, I believe.
It's Russian. Okay.
But yeah, I don't engage with that.
Okay.
But yeah, I knew about it, and so I check in once a month or something.
Of course.
And it was more of like a mystery of why this thing is happening.
Yeah. So how did you come across each other on there? Like, is it like a match thing, or did you see a post or something, or did he see your post? Or
Yes, he contacted me.
Okay.
Actually asked me about. Oh, wait. No, I want to get this right.
Yeah.
I do know what his page was. Do you guys?
No, I don't know what his page was.
It was called.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna find it. I think he got rid of it.
Okay.
And that was one of his stories. Oh, it got IP banned.
Okay.
But did I engage or did he? Good question. I really am thinking about that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not really important. It's more so like, is it like a matchmaking thing, or
I engaged with him.
You engaged with him?
I was looking because I had talked with actually Luke's mom and the family friend.
Yeah.
Somehow I found them.
Okay.
That took about 2 or 3 months, and I told them that he's on here. So it's been like an obsession of not believing him that he's done with it. If I were to presume what he told me he was selling boys from 7, 8, 9, 6. So I was like, so what are you all about here?
Who? That or somebody else?
This is somebody else.
Okay.
And it is a real person.
Selling boys from 7.
I'm gonna leave that. Can we leave them out of it? Because
the other guy?
I don't know if they're a minor or an adult. I'm just gonna assume.
Well, yeah.
The parents are taking care of that.
We'll leave their.
I think it was legit.
We'll leave their identity out, but like selling. What do you mean by selling boy 7, 8, 9?
That's what he said. That was his pitch. He would say, so what's going on? He said, so I have boys that I can, and it was impulsive. And these are the ages.
Yeah.
That I can make do whatever I want them to.
Okay. I see.
So yeah, there was that. I mean, I know everything's in here because I was trying to shepherd him home.
Of course.
My methods. Here we go.
Trying to shepherd Easton or somebody else home?
Luke.
Home. Okay.
So I was still actively, after even the mom said, drop it, he's doing well, he's playing basketball.
Right.
Drop it.
Right.
Okay, but I did drop it. A month later, he posted another thing on that site. And then I was like, you got it. You've got all these technologies to monitor him, but it's not happening.
Right.
And I was trying to be sensitive because if that's their kid, it's hard, but I almost had to bark at them.
Yeah.
And I did do the police thing with them too.
What's the police thing?
I will call the police.
Okay.
If I don't find the situation well.
Right.
It's like, at the end of the day, I'll put my ass with all the stuff.
Yeah.
To help somebody out of it.
Right.
So I was still looking, late September, met, I engaged with him because Epic Boys, I noticed, was similar to one of Luke's new telegrams and pages that he was setting up.
Okay.
And it was BOI was spelled in it, so I'm centering in on familiarities with languages.
Yeah.
As you know, there's something there.
Right.
That it's there.
Right.
So I thought, okay, this is connected with Luke. This is one of his posse of, and I think there's an epidemic. You probably might know, though, there are kids who are doing that, I believe.
Oh, tons.
On images, on those sites.
Yeah.
My sister's actually doing an Instagram research project kind of on it.
Awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So, Gage, he talked, big jaw, he said, showed my picture. Just closed.
You're right.
And he said some people get mad, and then he played that, but then right away he said, so what happened? I said clothes. He wanted clothes for his brother who has a tumor.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Right.
And then I just said I wanted a conversation.
Yeah.
Straight. You can be 100 years old. You can be 2. I wanted 2. I want to know who the heck, what's the juice?
Right, right.
Why are the flowing systems to scam or to accidentally, this was my big fear, stumble on things that he wasn't nature or nurtured towards.
Right, right, right.
That's affected him.
What things do you think he stumbled upon?
Stayed with me. Well, being on that thing was probably not the good stuff.
Like, I'm sorry, I've never been on that site. Like, what do you mean by not the good stuff?
Not the good stuff.
Like, I think I'm trying to follow, but
well,
I'm not going to be mad at you. It's, you know, it's, I don't care. I'm just what do you mean by not the good stuff?
Well, like, he was trying to sell younger kids. And then, so what I ended up doing was our engagement.
Physical.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, like actually, like send kids to you, or what do you mean?
I think, from what I got, because I left that conversation pretty dang quickly.
Yeah.
Is that no? It was they're going to be on a video or something.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't get anything. They're going to send their stuff.
Okay.
To you. For the right price.
Okay.
I said, I'm more interested in you.
Right.
I don't want that stuff. Thanks.
Right.
So that's where we talked. And then so...
How young were the kids he was advertising?
12. It was 8 kids. I remember that number. Things stick out.
Yeah.
It was under 12 to 6.
12 to 6. Okay. Got it. Was he going to send them to you like on that RU site, or was he going to say go somewhere else with me and I'll send it there?
No. Right. So that would be Telegram.
Okay.
So then on Telegram,
yeah,
I was talking with Easton because I thought it was involved. It was really late September.
Sure.
Then he said, "Okay, bye," and I thought he had character and charm. He came off as empathetic.
Right.
And nice.
Right.
And sat with me and said he cared, but something caught me when he did come back.
Right.
I'm like, why did you come back? Are you checking on? Because I did say, I do kind of want my money back.
You gave him some money
to Luke. And I was telling Luke.
How much money did Luke charge you?
Probably around 8 or 10 it's total around what I spent just to know that he was okay.
8 or 10,000?
And my stupid.
So how did Luke get into? Sorry to cut you off. How did Luke get into selling those types of videos?
I don't know if he did. I didn't get any of that.
No, I know that.
I would guess that he's probably stumbled across something.
But he's the one that offered those 6 to 12 videos to you.
Not videos. I was assuming that was what they were, but no. There was no off. He was saying that, yes, and I declined.
Well, so he's saying if you pay me for the right price, I'll send kids 6 to 12. Is that what he said?
Something like that. Yeah. So then at the end, October.
So wait. So do you know where Luke was from? Like what state or anything like that, or?
He's not. He's. If it's who I think it is, I don't. He seems like a good person.
Okay. Well, I guess, is he from America or is he from some other place?
I'm believed, or I am trusting that he's from here. But I'm not 100% sure.
Fair enough. So
you meet people online.
Oh, you just never know. 100%. I mean, it was me behind the Brian voice, so I mean.
I know.
Yeah. Gosh, so $8,000 to $10,000. How'd you even come up with that to give him?
Well, so it's my business. I was a foster care provider, and I did that for 8 years.
Well, thank you for that, man. Kids need a foster home.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
And I miss them. It was during COVID.
Okay.
I almost had a snap. I was putting on, it was just awful. It was my home, and it was people with this, and I was putting on their shoes, and it was too close in the living room. I don't know what happened. I did snap. The worst thing was for them to see me in that place.
Right.
I dumped it in a way. When my mother, who is so loving help them into their new place. But but look at the good things, not always the bad.
Right.
And independence was important. Medications we're not going to do. I miss it, and I would encourage anybody to do that.
So was it just
That's
at,
awesome.
at your parents' house where you took the kids in, or was it like
was
a?
my house?
Oh.
I owned it. Yeah.
Oh. So you're living with mom and dad now, right? Or?
No, my mom owns the house.
Oh,
so
okay.
I live there.
Got it.
But yeah.
That what I guess how many kids did you have the privilege of fostering? That's really sweet of you.
So I did like long term, some respite,
Mhm.
but the respites were Paul and Andrew went to the same school. Their birthdays were both on April 4th.
Uh-huh.
A year separated.
Oh, okay.
Egan High School.
Yeah.
And I haven't really been able to share with things, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you too.
So yeah, long term. They were in the family for like 12 or 14 years.
Dang, so
And then I watched them, and it's rare for a guy. I heard about it. I think somebody said you're like the only one doing this.
yeah,
Which, come on, who cares? We're all people.
somebody has to do
We
it.
can all do.
So, God,
things.
how young were they when you stepped up for them like that?
18. They were going into their college. It's a technical college. It's a transitioning school for an occupation they could perhaps do.
Well, you said you were fostering them, right?
Yes, but this was long term, and that is a thing. Maybe different in Texas. I'm from Minnesota.
So you can foster someone when they turn 18?
Yes, you can. Up there, yeah. It wasn't called adopt. I guess we were thinking about that actually. We said, should we? They blend in.
Yeah.
It's a fit. But yeah, I knew him for a long time, and
Got it. So I guess when did you have how old were they when you had the privilege of meeting them? They had the privilege of meeting you.
Andrew was probably 12,
Mhm.
and Paul was. This is rough. Paul was later.
Yeah.
Probably around 16 or 17, still in high school.
Okay.
Janelle was their teacher.
Oh.
She's a rock star.
Yeah. So did they start living with you when they were like 16 and 12 or?
Nope. This was after around graduation. I think they were still kind of in high school, maybe 17, 18. I think they were 18.
So I guess how did they how did they first meet you? Like were they family friends or?
So, right, my mom, she gave care.
Okay.
And I was kind of the PCA. I was youthful a bit and
Ga-
energetic and
gave-
high.
Gave care. Oh, like foster
What did I
care.
say? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, it was a good fit. I was around people. It was nothing to me. They were people.
Yeah.
We were going to treat each other that way. And it was a good fit. They don't have their headlights on. That's something that irks me.
Yeah.
I get, because I think it's all the electronics we're sitting around.
Right.
You forget.
Yeah.
Never. I have once, I think, forgotten.
Well, I can't do the sudden stops on the road, the headlights, I can see pretty well at night. I can deal with that, but the sudden stops, man, I can't.
Yeah.
Especially.
Do you know this road at all? You're from Eunice.
Ennis.
Ennis.
Yeah.
Minnesota, maybe. We have to have our.
Are you from Are you a Minnesota guy?
Oh, don't you know?
Where are you from in Minnesota?
Up north. So this is, by Minneapolis, Twin Cities.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually have family in Wilmer, Minnesota.
You do?
I do.
Okay, Wilmer.
That's like
is
two.
That by Duluth.
No. So Duluth is all the way north. Wilmer's closer to Mankato, but it's more so 2 hours west of the Twin Cities.
Okay. I was in Lakeville for a bit.
Okay.
You know Lakeville?
I've heard of Lakeville.
Yeah. Burnsville.
Okay, I know Burnsville.
That's where we kind of grew up.
That's where the mall is. No.
The Burnsville Center. No, Mall of America's close. You're right, though.
Right.
It's Bloomington.
Bloomington, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I know the area decently. I've been up there. I go up there probably twice a year, so I'm kind of kind of. I mean, Wilbur's a little bit out, but you know, I go to Minneapolis sometimes.
Yeah, if you can stand it. Do you do it in the winter?
I do it when I have to do it. So yes, I've unfortunately been there in the winter, and it's a total bitch. But you know, hey, family's family, right?
Yeah.
God, so your mom seems like quite a swell lady. How long has she been fostering for?
0. She's done, so she retired. She has been in health, social services for a long time. Group homes.
That's awesome.
It's always been caregiving and waitressing and odd jobs and just all the time. Single mom.
Right.
She just kicked ass.
Awesome.
Didn't do anything. She was on her kids. She hated when we lied.
Right.
And I don't know if that's why. I mean, I don't know if you can tell how straight, kind of, and narrow. I mean, she brought those genes onto us, and I think that's what was hurting me.
I mean, you're definitely narrow, but I see you're not too straight. I'm just kidding.
No, I might weave and bob.
Right.
But yeah. So she did that, and then foster care, and yeah, so that happened.
Well, that's fucking awesome, man. That's good that you continue that family tradition. So then Easton met you. Then
Yeah.
I guess he somehow told you he was 15. Then what happened after that?
Well, then it was a roller coaster.
Okay.
It was honestly for me to stick around. Think it was still from the Luke stuff of bringing him home in a way.
What do you mean by bringing him home?
Okay, so if you put up a site on image search,
Yeah.
you have Telegram connected to it,
Right.
you'll probably get about, could we say 500?
Okay.
You'll get people, and if it's a child behind the screen, I couldn't sit with it. So that's what I mean.
So in your mind,
I was trying to wrap them up with a human being.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I'm too vocal with my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I knew that's what people respond to. And I also think younger people are missing the human connection. It might be a bias or something, but you go to a school, it's a computer. It's a computer.
Right. There's
there's benefits.
Everything's a double-edged sword. I mean, even when you order food nowadays, if it's with a tablet, like they're just
or a kiosk.
In the kiosk, they're the human interaction.
And I'm
man.
telling them, and I still go up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, could we do this though?
Right.
I never stop with people.
Right.
So I went to, but I wanted to draw everybody in to give them a kind of a hug to say whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
And they'd always, whoever these people were, would give kind of a sob story. And I could dissect when it was, how quick they would type, or how empathetic it really was, or truthful to their real life. So what does what I would do mean?
Well, I guess that
not knowing who they are.
Right.
I went far.
That's okay.
No.
No.
Well, we know it's not.
It's a fact of life. It happened, right? That doesn't mean that everybody.
If they are minors, we know it's not a fact of life.
Sure.
Adults should do.
Well, shit happens sometimes. I mean, so I wanted to. That begs.
I'm not going to be too lottie. I'm a realist myself.
I appreciate that. But I wanted to ask. So, what was that thing earlier you were saying about like CPS with Easter?
I said I wanted. So this MT character.
Okay.
You even know who this is? And
No.
I don't know when you guys got.
Don't know
involved.
MT now.
You don't?
No. I guess what was the thing with it? Yeah, just CPS.
Is it one person?
I genuinely don't know the MT thing.
Okay, so the CPS, I was really saying, and this has been, I'm not going to threat unless I think I'm losing somebody.
Okay.
So they'll say, okay, I'm going on a break.
Yeah.
And then what would keep me up at night was knowing his pages were still up and he was talking to horrendous people.
Right.
Send me this, can I see this, can I see this?
Yeah.
My whole goal was never to push. I was pushed to do it.
Right.
If it's a minor, to say I'm pushed by that, a minor is wrong to say.
Right.
I didn't know. And if I would do anything to make sure I could get more information.
Well, I guess it's very.
I genuinely mean that.
No, that's genuinely very admirable. I mean, obviously, I could see that you were looking out for him. So I guess if shit were to keep going the way it was, I mean, what were the chances that you were going to try to call CPS?
They were good.
Okay, so
absolutely, I was fried. I have threatened this 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that because then I know you're giving a pushback.
Okay.
And then they kind of retreat. My whole psychological makeup thing was thinking, how far can I do this? I need to get them help.
So
if this is a person who needs help situation.
So you
and to scare even an adult, even a minor.
Right. Right. So there was actually well, I appreciate it. So there was actually a good chance you were going to call CPS then.
It was pretty good. I was fried.
So I guess there was a thought then that, hey, this is a kid I need to help. I need to do the right thing here. Is that kind of right?
I was 2 thoughts.
Okay.
How can we have 2 thoughts? Not at the same time.
Be a rapper. Oh, not those thoughts.
Right.
My bad.
I'm gonna. So, back thought was, if this, no, it was more like, I gotta help if this is a younger person.
That's awesome, man.
Situation.
It's awesome.
An older person, I wouldn't really, I don't want to involve.
Well, you can't call CPS on an adult.
Yeah, and I feel for everybody.
Right.
And this isn't going to be, this is political back and forth thing. But
Do you think we could just stand over there? I'm kind of like hard of hearing, just kind of on the highway. Like, I got to hear you decently, but like, yeah.
How does
Right. Right.
So stop. To me, they're still kind of humans to me.
Of course.
But
everybody has humanity in them.
I'm still with the thought of, put them on an island.
Right.
So, but I don't, I know they were kids before.
Right, right.
But I guess you have to try to, I don't.
No,
it's actually a hard process.
I know where you're coming from, because it begs the question, like, when is that point where they go from that sweet innocent kid to then the person who would hurt that innocent
situation
kid? Right.
That
right.
could have happened, but the science is out on that.
Right.
Is it nurture or nature?
Mm-hmm.
Is it in the blood, or I don't know.
What do you think it is, if you had to guess?
I think it might be. I don't know. Is there a wrong answer?
No.
Can I ask you that too after I answer?
Yeah.
I think there are experience. Okay. I just said.
Yes. I would say the box don't do anything, so I can raise up money for them. Yes.
Oh man, dude, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but if you're here in 2 hours, you can come back to me. I'll hand you a $20 bill. Yeah, if you're around, but if not, just all right.
So what was it? Oh, yeah, experiences. So trauma can do it, I think, where they had.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's a situation. I think sometimes people. No, usually I think it is how they're raised. If there's not enough love, there was a kind of a study I heard on NPR that said, with the abortion thing, again, here we go with politics.
Right.
The parents who don't love their children, didn't want them.
Mm.
And then the study says those kids grow up to be criminals.
Right.
A lot of the time. So I think it's experiences in youth. I don't know. I don't know enough about the brain. I know about what I can.
I think it's kind of like a
switch in the brain.
It could be something like that, but I think experiences usually shape it. Like, it's kind of like growing up in the hood in a way. Like Dr. Ben Carson?
No,
familiar with
the hood reference.
Right. So, a lot of people that grow up in the hood, they're just around those bad influences. They end up being bad themselves. But some people are just going to be extraordinary no matter what situation they grow up in. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more so just, I think it can be both. I think it could be both. I don't think there is a set answer, but so I wanted to ask, obviously you've been around your fair share of people that you want to protect these kids from online. So, obviously, we've been very...
Might be around that playground?
Well, no, I'm not saying why be around that playground. Obviously, people just go into rabbit holes to just out of curiosity. I mean, dude, I had a whole week where I was just binging dark web just to see how far it would go. Yeah.
I can't do that.
I don't like.
Threw that out, this MT.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know if it's a fictional character or whatnot.
I don't know.
Is somebody talking with him?
I genuinely do not know. But
okay, but so he would mention that iceberg reference,
right?
And then he said, "Oh, you don't know about Tor, I bet, or something." And I really didn't for about 20 seconds, and then because he was JATSFU. It did say, I mean, why would you walk if this is happening into this? Is that what best friends do?
Right. So have
no, I don't do that.
No Tor?
No.
Got it. Well, I guess there's other apps where that playground kind of happens. I mean, in your experience, where have you seen these people congregate? Like these, I guess you could say. I guess the Imgur are you, right? So
I'd say Google's an issue.
Yeah, but I guess a little bit more specific, like what apps or sites specifically?
I really don't have any. I really don't. It was imgsrc.ru for me.
Right.
That was it.
I guess where else have you seen them try to advertise they have that stuff?
I've seen images I didn't like on like Pinterest.
Okay.
But kids like Todd. This was part of Luke.
Yeah.
He said, "Get this, get this, get this."
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like what were all the places they made you go get?
No. So it was clothes on Poshmark. I've learned so much about online in the last 8 months, and I tell everybody, don't do social media too much.
Yeah, definitely not.
I just don't have it.
Right.
This is kind of, Luke he said Telegram, then Instagram, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
this person go if they're wrong.
What were all the apps that Luke made you get? Like Instagram,
Poshmark.
Telegram. Poshmark's an app?
Yeah, it's a shopping app.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I know. I don't know. I didn't know.
Right.
eBay, of course. And then, yeah. So that's it.
So how did he receive that $8,000 to $10,000 that he got from you? Like, was it like on Cash App or was it like on, where was it?
It's Amazon.
Via gift cards or?
Yes.
Okay.
It was gift cards.
How much did he charge you a pop for? Like, when he would get money from you, like how much? Like, what would the average transaction be? You think? Like, would it be? Like, surely it wasn't 8,000 at once, right?
No, it was a slow and steady descent into crazy town.
Yeah.
Like 500. Or get a couple of them. 1,000's probably the highest.
Okay.
I weighed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing more harm or good, or is this gonna let me in on more information to figure that out?
Right. So I am curious. Have you had adults message you talking about like, hey, are you interested in these? Like, are you interested in these younger themes or stuff like that?
Again, we don't know who they are, but I just declined that, and yes,
okay.
I have.
How long ago did they start offering these themes to you? Or like bringing up underage themes online to you? Like, when did that first happen?
Probably, a couple months ago.
Okay.
It was all to do with Luke. I had saw the sugar daddy thing.
Yeah. And
then I got Telegram.
Okay.
And then, so eight months ago, and then that's when it kind of started.
Okay.
Well, the reason they reached me is because it was sheer desperation.
Right.
I posted me on ImageSearch, and it was to say, look at me, a man,
right,
with the boy section, and clop that away, that whole, and there was pushback, and
So you were in the boy. So I mean, and I get like wanting to protect people, but you were in the boy section.
it was kind of intentional.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
because there's not a man section in that.
Oh,
Isn't that odd?
right. So whoever made that site definitely has some skeletons there.
And I definitely wanted to do something,
Uh-huh.
and that's genuine.
Right.
I wanted to be a spark and a change of the climate there.
Right, to change the culture from like focusing on young boys to
that, and then I mean, it was this person. It was a
what was it like?
the language. Take your clothes off. Or I'm leaving. Or we're done.
Saying that to you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was day one. Then he said, "Well, then I'm done."
Okay.
Then I'm done. And then it was after Luke, and I didn't do that with Luke. I was so fried.
Yeah.
So defeated. I was like, whoever this person is, here. And with Luke, I'm like, being around there, having your social thing connected to that site. It's how I could maintain some crazy rationality on it that he's seen things.
Right.
So it's like, whatever.
Well, so obviously, you know, I'm sure you know, or maybe I'm telling you, maybe if I tell you, it's going to be news. But you know, the Russians, they are huge in the people.
No, I didn't know that.
Got it. Well, you know, apps like the RU thing and like Telegram, or I guess before that. So when people would offer these underage themes to you, like what would they say to you? Like what are they like? What's the average message like when they're trying to bring the stuff up to you?
What do you have? What are you selling? What do you want?
Okay.
It was like nothing. Me. I have
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
You want this?
Right.
Some stuck around.
Okay.
And yeah, that was it. If there was talk. Oh yeah, there was. Hey, do you have any pictures of this and that?
What's this and that?
Oh, that's child.
Oh.
I said, no.
Okay.
Nope. Not going there.
Fair
Do
enough.
you want that? No, I don't.
Okay. How many times do you think people have sent that your way without your consent or without even you okaying it?
I don't know, like, yeah, because that's a good way to frame it. 'Cause
Right.
They would just jump on and assume.
100%.
It's probably 9 or something. I don't know.
9 times they've done that to you?
It's an approximate number. Right?
Yeah, I understand. I know.
And I don't want to get involved with. I can't see them.
Right.
It's scary. I'm not going to play. That was something that's altered my brain a bit too, is knowing that I've kind of studied this site.
Yeah. Well,
Not engaged,
no, I understand. Yeah.
but the language had changed. I noticed perhaps there was more children that were being involved in this than when I found it.
Right.
It was
Right.
very shocking.
Well, did they?
And I didn't sleep. It was.
Yeah. Did they send it to you on the site itself, or do they do they send it to you on Telegram or Instagram or?
No. Yeah, it was. Telegram. Yeah,
Okay.
Never anywhere else.
Was it like in a group? Was it like in a group, or it's just individuals being that bold? Wow. Would they send like girls, boys, or was it both, or just boys, or?
Was. Well, because I was a guy, boys, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was it, what percentage would you say was videos? What percentage would you say was pictures?
I don't know. I don't keep track of it.
Approximate, just ballpark. 2% was like, I guess like.
It wasn't a lot. They weren't flowing in the gates because people are they just going to say, poof, here you go? Unless I say, no, thank you.
No.
There was a couple rabid wackadoodle that said, here you are. And I'm like,
And
bye, gotta go.
How many were in that little string of?
9.
Oh, at once that idiot said?
No, this was separate individuals.
Okay.
My page there, for some reason,
Yeah.
was drawing people in.
Right. And I guess what
I didn't understand that.
I'm
I'm just a dude.
Right. No, I don't know. You're definitely not the head of any of this shit. But I guess what I'm asking is, would they send mostly pictures, videos, or would it be both, or like what would be the break? Like if they were to send 10
pictures,
mostly pictures.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think because they don't want to. I don't know why it was.
What percentage do you think were videos?
0.
0.
Yeah, close. Yeah, 0.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it. So I know, only because you're a foster guy. You know, I know you don't have all the answers on who these kids could be, but I'm sure you care about their well-being, which obviously that's why I'm here talking to you.
I lean because.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like when I get sick, I don't know if you know, or if it happens to you, but my hips. I don't know if it's a circulation bed.
Okay.
They're just sore.
Got it. Got it. So, I mean, you're a foster care guy. You're somebody who cares about kids. And what I want to ask you about these photos is, look, there's no way you're going to know the kids' names. How can you? But you can at least point me in the right direction to maybe figure out their names and figure out, because if we even save one kid from this conversation, I mean, we both did a good job, right?
Yeah.
So, right. I guess we'll start with, like, what were the age ranges these people sent of these kids?
I don't know. Probably around 10.
10?
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, it wasn't an invitation to. It just. To see some images that you see, shocking.
What was shocking about them?
It's just not right. It's obviously a doctored, a directed thing.
Like,
I don't want to go into. I can't.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is because there's some photos that can be tracked, and you know, if we can narrow down like where these photos are coming from, that can lead us to who's taking those photos, right? We care about the producers. Obviously, you know, it's up to adults like us to step up for these kids, because you know that kid in that photo that shocked you, he's never going to have that voice to say who it is. It's up to us, you know what I mean? Especially as foster, because I'm sure if that kid knocked on your door tonight, you'd be the first person to give him a blanket and a warm shower, right? And a warm meal, wouldn't you?
Headlights. Should I?
You'd be the first one to take care of that kid, wouldn't you?
If they were.
Like basically, if that kid in that photo that shocked you came to your door and was like, I need a place to stay tonight, you know, I need a warm meal, you'd be the first to give it to him, wouldn't you?
I would probably call somebody pretty quick.
Right.
Would I provide some comfort? Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, like you wouldn't just shut the door on him, right?
No.
Right. So that's why we got to give that kid a voice. So like, what about that photo shocked you? Like, what was going on with that?
It was just a kid with, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever.
And he looked about like 10 years old, you think?
Approximate. Yeah. Has it put you up?
No.
Maybe. This might be going along.
Yeah.
Longer than we think. Oh gosh. Thank you. Excuse me.
Yeah. Multiple.
Look at right now.
Yeah. Right. And that's a kid that's going to need help. Right. But I don't know. He looks pretty well taken care of to go hungry, but I don't know. I don't know if his mom's making him scam or whatever. I've seen it before. Oh, look here.
You seen
there he is.
Goodness sakes. Yeah. I suppose it happens.
Got it.
All right. Well.
So I also wanted to.
Yes.
Would it be better if we just?
Can I have a cig?
A cig?
A cigarette? Do you smoke?
No. Do you want to? Obviously, it's it's obviously completely voluntary. But like, do you want to just sit in the car with me where it's warm and just so we can have a seat? I'm not going to go anywhere or anything like that.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Why did I leave my car? Turn the car off because it's cold. Tennis. DoorDash. If you want to put that in the box.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Well. Oh, I didn't call them.
Oh, loitering.
Yeah, probably.
So how did you get into this?
Well, I just kind of
The wind's blowing this way.
Yeah.
You want to be in front.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I think it's totally up to you. So we're not like loitering, so nobody asks us questions. Obviously, I think we should. And I'll let you smoke in the car, but I think we should probably just go sit in the car just so we're like sitting down and people aren't like looking at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's probably best. I mean,
Well,
it's up to you.
How long are we going?
It's
just my mom. She does have a pizza. That's not a joke. That
Right.
She made.
Well, obviously it can be cut off at any time. That's up to you. But like, I don't think it should be that much longer. But I think it's probably best we just do sit in the car because I don't want people to ask shit and just kind of give us looks and all that stuff.
I can't smoke in the car though.
I can have the windows open. You can smoke in there.
Hey, it's all good. They got a. Where's the kid skateboarding?
Yeah.
I didn't get stopped.
Right. Okay.
We're good.
It doesn't matter. All right. No problem.
I guess.
Yep. Fair enough. So, I wanted to ask about Ian. So, how'd the conversation kind of go with him after a while? Like, was
You want me? The conversation. It was. It was protective.
okay?
I do have brothers.
Okay.
It was caring, you know, and from his side, it was obviously like, and I just, again, with the fried brain,
Yeah.
blackmail.
Right.
And I said, okay, here's your blackmail.
Got it.
Because I wouldn't do that in reality.
Do what?
Like, so this person, I have no idea about, it was, some pictures of
Okay.
me,
Right.
and that, I don't know,
Send it.
not again, I just gave up in October,
Okay.
around 1st, and I thought, it's not, CP or whatever, it's
Right.
something else, I guess.
Okay.
And
How many do you think you sent?
probably guesstimate. When did you guys get the phone or the account?
Couple days.
Cool.
Couple
by the
days.
way.
Couple days ago. Not into your account, but
So that's when it was flooding. It just didn't add up to me. It's like, send this every day. I want something. Every day I want something.
well, that wasn't any. That was not me.
Then-
I was not the one saying that to you.
or someone. Just a couple. It was really revved up.
Okay.
Because I was losing him, I thought, or something. I
See-
know it's
see-
weird to say. It's like, what was happening? He was jumping. He was jumping away, and then
Okay.
maybe he got wind he was being watched or something.
Yeah.
It felt very different to what we were, and he was getting more hostile and wanting to have a scapegoat. It was quite clear.
So I guess where does I'm not antagonizing. I'm just genuinely asking. Where does
Where's the line get drawn there?
where does you setting come into that?
Where did the win?
Or like I guess what was the reasoning for sending the?
Because it was do this, or you're just boring. I'm done.
Okay.
It was to keep attention.
Okay.
To make sure what was up, and yeah, if it's another weird setup thing again here, but if it's an adult, it's just like, okay. I prefer and want it to be an adult, but to tell on the language of it was just silly. And I know my situation, I hate it when people justify everything after every sentence.
Right.
Here it comes. But
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't remember what I was gonna say. No justification, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a few.
They were.
There was a few pics where you wrote Easton's name like above your or
Yes.
how'd that become a thing?
It was just another, like, I think this MT said he likes it when you do these sweet, quirky things.
Okay.
And kind of came into play then. I don't know. I guess, I was feeling like a dog. Honestly,
Okay.
that's absolutely what it was. And I didn't like the position. I'm more of a stand-up. I want conversation.
Right.
Get to know the person.
Right.
I'm sending this stuff. That's not a person.
Right.
A person is what your experience has been sharing.
Of course.
But it was threats right afterwards. Then I'm gone. And then I'd literally be blocked. Then I'd literally be moved along.
So I gotta ask, did you? I mean, and I think it's very admirable if that's the case. But did you really? I mean, how much did it cost you to go to California and Orlando and all that shit?
No, it was to see if this was whoever it was, to figure out what the heck is going on.
Well, did you fly there, drive there, or?
No, I drove there.
So you're telling me you drove to? So what was the story of going to California? No. But I guess what was the reason for going? Well, how did it get to a point where?
Well, that's a good point. You're right.
California, Orlando.
Yeah, he said. So he said. I got these. I'd really like to see you there.
Okay.
So can you come to California?
What month did you go to California?
Oh gosh, was it October? Late? No. It's probably all around holidays.
Okay.
So it was when I go to California. Sorry, this has just been a. I'm really wondering if he's okay right now.
He's fine.
Have you seen his face? You can't.
I wouldn't. I'm gonna be truthful with you, man. So Ethan was a fake account. So you've been truthful with me. I'll just be truthful with you. It's a fake account, and
That's kind of good news.
Right.
Meaning, it was a dipshit.
Now, what I promise you is, besides today, I was not texting you on the account. That was completely. I was not involved in that, but.
That was another.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know who it even is, right? But I do want to. So you went to California during the holidays?
So I went to California. Yeah, it was during. Gosh, when was it? It was late. It was such a devastating blow. He just didn't have time to see me, apparently.
So did he tell you to come to California?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What city?
He's on vacation.
What city did you drive to?
I drove to around LA.
Did your parents know you were going to California?
No. Oh, no, not maybe that first time.
How many times did you go to California for them?
I think just once.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the story with Florida then? You went to Orlando too?
The story with Orlando was we finally get to meet, kind of thing.
Okay.
It was the same thing.
Okay.
And I needed to know.
Yeah.
I think I really mean when we're from a different, we're probably around the same age.
Mm-hmm.
It's about connection.
Right.
And to lie to somebody it's just, yeah, it breaks your heart.
Got it. So what was supposed to happen in California and Orlando? Like, what was the
itinerary? Well, there was this thing that he said can you buy these boys, actual boys?
Boys?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I did tell him, I just want you to see you, to meet you, to know you. I
Right.
don't want to do that.
Right. Did y'all talk about having this at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I knew that that's where he was driving things.
Okay.
Do
you think you played any part in driving that as well?
Not really. No, because he set that standard in the beginning.
Okay.
Do this weird flippy thing that I'm not great with, and then boom, 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 boom. It was like a dog in a master situation, and I was trying to figure out what is mass assist.
Right.
What is this?
Right.
And so I would kind of play to that fiddle to get more information to just solve this.
Right. Okay. So I kind of want to go back on some things.
Yes.
Kind of check some stuff here. So obviously, I mean, you're a guy who went to both coasts of the United States to go save a kid, pretty much, or to kind of make sure he's in the right spot.
More about yeah.
Make sure he's in the right spot. So I mean, to me that says, and all good intentions here. To me that says, you know, there is a full belief that, hey, this is a kid I'm talking to, and I gotta make sure he's good. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, well, maybe it was spending ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
That has caused some sadness in my family, but I've never like gone too low. I do have some.
Right, there you go. So I kind of wanted to touch on Luke a little bit too.
Is it voluntary to give a person's name out who I don't know if it's the real person? Or is that...
Oh, I'm not going to ask you his full name or anything like that. No, I think you take his privacy very seriously, and I respect that.
I think he's in good hands.
Okay, so I'm not here to ask his full name or anything. But I do kind of... there's some things that are kind of...
contradictory?
No, not necessarily that, but more so the timing of things. So it seems like when you'd buy these Amazon gift cards, because you didn't use like any VPN to buy the gift cards, did you? It was just kind of with your credit card.
I don't know how to do that.
Right.
And it was almost so deliberate. It really was mental. Like, well, great, now somebody can help me.
Right.
It really kind of was. I know how Looney Tune that is.
No, that's a...
But it was that insane.
Well, what I'm kind of saying is there seems to be a correlation of... Because you don't use VPNs, you're not out to hide. I mean, you're somebody who puts themselves out there. You care about people, and shit happens like that. And you know, sometimes when people do, I mean, dude, the other day in Michigan, there was an old lady who wanted to help this guy stuck in a ditch, and he intentionally got his car stuck in a ditch so he could kill people. So he ends up shooting her, and that old lady, because of her altruism, because of her help, she ended up because of it. I'm not saying that's your case.
Okay, here's a good story.
Yeah.
There was a person in Faribault, Minnesota, in a van.
I know where that is.
You do?
That's where
Northfield.
Near Blue Earth, right?
Oh, maybe. I don't know Blue Earth.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe a little bit. But the van was driving on the wrong side on a highway.
Yeah.
And very slow and into the grass. And I had my friend with me.
Yeah.
And I said, "What's up?" And sure enough, it was a person with Alzheimer's. He had gone missing the whole day.
Yeah.
And called the police.
Right.
And he was from Worthington,
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota, which is like 2 hours from where he was.
Right.
So that was cool.
Right.
I didn't like how they shoot us away, but I guess we don't need a medal.
Right, exactly. But
I'm glad he's home.
Right, exactly. But I mean, in the case in Michigan, that lady got hurt because she was helping people out. So
it's like that hitchhiker thing.
100.
It was a thing back in the day.
100%, man. Yeah, 100.
I loved your voices.
Yeah, man.
I meant the disingenuous. I mean, I was like, you can only believe it so much. But you were probably like,
Yeah, no, 100%. But there seems to be a correlation of kind of.
You're you're cooler than those voices.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, you're awesome too. You're a joy. You're a joy. But there was a correlation of when you bought the Amazon gift cards, and then this Luke guy sending you a child.
Did he? He sent me child. I did?
Did you?
No, it wasn't Luke. No, it wasn't Luke.
Okay.
No, these were random
Okay.
buffoons that would send it and it was gone pretty
Okay.
quickly.
Well, were there times where you thought you were buying an Amazon gift card for something else, and then they end up sending it back to you after you get them the gift card, or?
Oh yeah, I thought I was buying a jacket for a boy with a or a brother or whatever with a brain tumor.
Okay.
I thought I was actually buying a gift card.
And was this Luke or
Or-
somebody else?
Luke, for a conversation on the phone.
Okay, but
Oh,
I'm
flipping.
but I'm asking, were there times where you bought a gift card for somebody and you thought it was for something else, and they instead send you like something like child?
No.
No. Okay. So how did they send? When they sent that stuff to you, were they trying to sell it, or was it free, or what?
Yeah, it was just like, I would say like a crazy kind of person, somebody who I didn't want to talk with or anything or engage with. And that would happen, and yeah, and then it was, no thank you, pretty
Okay.
quickly.
Got it. So I'm just asking this, and again, it's simply just, if I came to my own conclusion, I wouldn't be asking you this, and it seems like there has to be a good reason for it. There's obviously records of people obviously sending you some of that stuff, right? But there seems to be records as well of you kind of giving it to other people as well for whatever reason. And I'm just kind of obviously, if I came to my own conclusions on it, I wouldn't talk to you about it.
Oh. Well, it would be a redirection. It would be like, here's some other not explicitly horrific things.
Okay, but it would still be of children though.
No, I wouldn't try to do that.
I know we're not trying to, but sometimes it happened.
Okay.
So is there kind of a? I'm just wondering, like, what would be the reason that kind of went on? Not. I know you're not trying to be malicious or anything, but like, what would be the reason that that's happened? Where you said you've sent.
If it had happened, it would have been like.
Well, I'm not talking if. I'm talking
a character weakness or something. I don't know.
Okay, so how many times do you think we had that character weakness of where we've maybe sent some CP to other people for whatever reason?
I just haven't. I don't know.
Okay, because people have sent you some, then they ask, is there anything else, like, you know, because the way a lot of it works.
Okay, so the boy that I knew, that I discovered,
Uh-huh.
was this, maybe you've heard of it, is TBM Robbie, right?
Okay.
So I would send like him.
Okay.
It was clothed
Okay.
and decent, kind of enough, but
Sure.
not really. But no, I wouldn't be in a back and forth doing that.
Were there times where maybe you sent some of that stuff to people to get them to leave you alone, or to push them away or something?
I would not want to spend much time with anybody, so that does that. I can't sit in the world that has those images. So, I don't know, perhaps, but I don't know. Like, I'm just, I'm more wrapped into,
Yeah,
weird Easton situation.
I know, dude, and I know sometimes. So yeah, sometimes that shit just finds you, man. Like I was on this app. I mean, well, you know WhatsApp, right? I thought I was talking to some chick on there, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, I get what are those things? Fucking mega links. I get that shit sent to me, and
Yeah. Oh,
what the hell is that
really? Well, it was her, right? Or,
on the mega link?
yeah.
Yeah, but like, is that like a common thing? Like, it was mind blowing.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do they usually post these mega links?
I have no idea.
Well, I guess where have you seen? Where were you a witness to them doing that shit?
I mean, they would. Oh yeah. On some posts on imagecirc.ru, they'd
Okay.
say mega blah 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 that.
And it would be like a mega link.
No. No, not necessarily. Well, I don't know if no. They say it have mega. There's
Okay.
no link.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so it was like, what is mega? And,
Right. So I guess what platforms have people posted mega links on that you were a witness to? These people.
I don't know, because
What can you
I
remember?
don't do mega links.
No, I know you don't. I wouldn't ask you if you did, but I'm just saying, like, where have you seen them posted?
Oh, there's about every 10 pages on image circ. I'm going to call it .ru.
Yeah.
That's where you'd see a connection to mega.
Okay.
Where it's like looking for mega or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So what's kind of, I wanted to make sure we're talking about the same thing. Like, what's kind of the layout of a mega link like? Like,
I don't know. What is it?
well, it's
I have no idea with technology that well.
Right.
Well,
I guess because there's just some records of kind of people either sending it to you or it being open somehow. So what did you see on there?
Yeah, it must have been like, what is this? And then it was gone situation. So
So I know it's obviously, it's not like they tell you exactly what's on a mega link. I mean, it could be football, it could be basketball, it could be kids, anything. So I guess in your experience, like, what was kind of the layout like of that? Like, what did it show?
I don't know. Just I can't recall.
What can you remember about it?
Just seeing the picture, it was enough to not be something I wanted to.
How did the picture make you feel?
Pretty sad for the person in it.
What made you sad about it?
It was doctored. It was set up. Yeah, it wasn't right.
If you could describe, if you had to pick one word to describe that photo, or describe what's happening in the photo, what's the word you would use?
Repulsive.
Repulsive. Okay. Was it a girl or a boy?
It was a boy.
Okay. What was that picture?
I don't know. I can't recall.
Well, if you know it's repulsive, and that's probably the good response to it.
It's blurred out. It was so not my thing that.
Well, just what was the picture? I
don't know.
Well, obviously we want to track where that link came from. You were repulsed by something, so was it? Well, let's start.
I had some like TBM Robbie, right? Or TBM.
Well, no. I'm not saying you, but I'm saying on that mega link that was opened. I mean, was that you said you were repulsed by it and it was a boy? Like, was it the boy by himself or was somebody else in it with him?
I don't know. I think it was. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm not an unfair person. I'm not asking you to do trigonometry here, right? I'm only asking questions. I'm not saying I know the answer to all the questions, but I'm pretty sure with the mega links that were opened up on your end, an idea of what was on there. So I just want to see where it was coming from. Obviously, it's not you, right? I mean, you're not the one who made the mega link, are you?
No.
So in that case, no worries on your part. Like, obviously, you're a foster guy. We care about the children here and all that stuff. So what about that? Like, was the kid by himself or was it with somebody?
I really can't recall. By himself, maybe.
Okay. What race was the kid?
Caucasian, I believe.
Okay. How old did he look?
I just don't know. Not even.
We know the difference between a baby and a 17-year-old, right? So how old did that kid look? Like ballpark?
I'm drawing a blank.
Ballpark age?
I don't know.
No, just the ball. Like, I know it doesn't say his name on his forehead or his. Just the ballpark.
Some, like around 10.
On the mega links?
Well, that was sent through Telegram just to me.
Okay.
And then boom.
So when they sent those on Telegram, was it did they send it on mega links or was it just the pictures in the chats or?
Yep, just pictures.
Okay.
And then that was it.
Okay. So I'm thinking on the mega links, obviously I think, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the stuff on the Mega Links to you was so nasty that you don't even want to remember what it is.
I think it's nasty. Affiliated with that site, I assumed it was nasty stuff.
Right, right. So here's kind of the thing, and again, like it's totally not you. It's just shit that's happened online to you. But there's kind of a system we have where an image from 15 to 18, we don't know if it comes to you because you know a 16-year-old can some of these high school football players can look in 25 with how big they are. So we don't really know if that comes to your computer or whatever. Is it a computer that it's happening on, or?
No. And it doesn't happen.
Okay, but I mean, like, when these idiots sent that your way, was it like a?
I have my apps and such and things not on a computer. No computer.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is.
We don't actually have laptops.
Okay.
We don't have anything.
Got it. Well, basically, my point is when it's like 15 to 18, we can't really tell if it's open or comes to you because unless we know who the kid is specifically, there's just no way of like, you know, from like 15 to 25, it can all look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But from 12 to 15, is it a yellow light in our system? From 9 to 12, it's an orange light in our system. From 5 to 9, it's a red light in our system. From 0 to 5, it's a dark red light in our system. And I'm sure you can understand why it gets darker right? So to say that there's no dark red lights that have come your way would just be disingenuous on my part. And obviously, you know, if we've been on that site for quite a long time, it's bound to happen. You know, if we're in a minefield, we're eventually going to step on a landmine, right?
Yeah, and I would get rid of anything I ever got pretty quickly.
No, that I fully believe. That's why I'm asking you about. I wouldn't have this card up my sleeve that people have sent shit to you of like very young shit, like even younger than 10. If you know, like if it was a gotcha thing or like, oh, I think you like it, I wouldn't tell you that I know about it, right? But it would just be like, you know, but it's more so let's come together on this, try to identify where it's coming from and all that stuff. So,
yeah, and I had no idea anything about these people or
right. So
their jam is.
So let's start with this. We'll kind of work our way to try to these people, whether it's on Megalinks or whether it's on Telegram or whatever. How many times have they sent stuff? And I'm only saying this because the system never lies to me, right? But it doesn't tell me the context. It just says it happened.
Yeah.
How many times have they sent stuff in that 0 to 5 age range? I'm not saying you wanted it. I would never accuse you of that, but
maybe we could say 5.
5 times it's happened with that age range?
Yeah.
Okay. So were these like, how many times do you think it was like something of like a baby?
Maybe like once.
Okay. So is that a link or is that something I put in the chat or what was it?
Yeah, it was I can't remember. It must have been on Telegram or something.
And they were sending a baby?
Oh yeah, and then it would be gone right away.
Okay. So was this a video or a picture of a baby they sent?
I believe it was a picture.
I know there were videos sent because they were open and played. So I'm just asking, was it a video? Was it like, what was the youngest looking video they would send? Because it seems there were quite a few videos in that 0 to 5 age range.
Maybe around like 10, but not really a lot.
Okay. So
and this wasn't something I would ever want.
No, never would I assert that, like at all. No, there's no way. So on those videos, what do you think the youngest kid in one of these videos was they would send to you?
Maybe one.
One? Okay.
And it was yeah. No, it's bad.
I know.
That one.
And I know that one, literally.
No.
It's a dark joke, I know. But here's how we cope, man. It's all good. What was happening in that video of the 1-year-old?
I believe it was just to even say it, it's repulsive.
But adults have to step up for the kids.
You're right. It was It was with
Okay.
the boy, I believe.
And it was a 1-year-old boy, if you had to guess.
Approximate.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Who was the person doing that to him?
I have no idea. There's no names. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I guess what race did those?
They were Caucasian.
Caucasian. Okay. This was something that was sent to you on Telegram?
Yeah, well, it was probably, yeah. And then there was the thing that went there, yeah. So,
Okay.
but got rid of it.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing. So, how long ago did they send that stuff to you?
Probably around 3 months ago. I don't know. Like, I was so focused on my drama with this person.
Yeah.
Is that even their name?
I don't know.
Joe.
I doubt it, but
And then caught up with Luke and trying to find any possible connections on that end.
okay.
That I just didn't. If there wasn't something that could tie anything that way,
Mhm.
it just wasn't my thing.
Right. So you're the type of guy who likes to roll the dice on things.
No.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, I kind of had a little bit of a break. I did on the sugar daddy thing. That really
Right.
was ridiculous.
Would you say you make it?
Never in my head I said, well, shoot, I guess it doesn't hurt to
Right.
have some fun, but I don't roll the dice. I'm actually pretty. I might look fun and hippie.
Right.
This and that, but I don't know. I was no.
Okay.
I don't roll the. I don't. I roll the dice, and I have to figure out what was going on. And I think it was kind of my care provider job that I had that.
Right.
After years, it kind of soaked in.
Right. So no, you definitely.
I knew about it, and I was like, "Can I figure out something?"
Right. No, and you definitely investigate things. You definitely look into things. So I do want to ask, and I hate to.
Do you want me a part of the team? Really?
That's something that I'm very open to. You definitely have a knack, man, for this. But I do want to ask because
Passionate about it now.
you
I
definitely
mean, it
are.
developed
Right.
pretty easily.
Right. So here's the thing, you know, these people that have sent you this garbage CP, I'm not saying you wanted it, but sometimes people buy stuff to just see what's behind the door. Vegas, that's all of what Vegas is, you know. They know it's probably not going to be good, but they just buy it just for that chance that it's something, just to investigate.
And what is it advertised as? What do you know what you're buying?
Right. So just realistically, and I'm not saying, never do I think that there was a time where you're like, I'm going to buy some child right now, here's the money for it. But how many times have you sent someone a gift card and then they end up sending you child? Because there's a difference between you wanting to buy it versus that just happening.
No, well,
Because it'd be disingenuous to say there was no incidents of that, so that's why I just want to cover it.
have I done the gift card for?
Have you ever bought any links on accident or anything like that?
No, it's just not something I do.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take your word for it. So I did want to just kind of touch on. Then, do you think that there were ever feelings for him, or like?
Romantic, you mean?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
It got fuzzy for me. Did I want to think he was 15? Do all this to a minor? No, that wasn't the fantasy part for me. I think it was more of a kinship of connection that I thought was there. So this Joe, maybe.
Right, because realistically, I mean, Orlando and California after, and then you've been so honest. I mean, I don't feel the need to.
Yeah, what is in the bag? It reminds me of Seven.
Yeah, it's just some of the chats here, but obviously
That's fine.
I've been reading a lot of them because you're a very I mean, you're just not somebody.
I try to divert.
Right.
A lot of the time. Do I play along sometimes? When it's nutty? Yeah.
Okay. But obviously, I mean, today on your
I knew something was going on.
right, but today on your Instagram, I mean, there was posts of like, I'm heartbroken, stuff like that over. You were very good to him and stuff.
I felt a connection to him.
Right.
It
So
could have been a brother.
Right.
It could have been. To spend 5 months with somebody, and I don't play online with talking with people.
Right. Well,
I really do think I was somebody. Oh, that was the justification earlier. Just been alone for a long time.
Yeah. So basically, headlights.
I'm getting.
So.
Oh, dang headlights! Somebody. I mean, they say don't shine your lights anymore. I've heard.
Yeah, let's just all run into each other in the dark and hurt
Do you
lights.
shine? Do you try to tell people?
I
don't know.
Dude, I shine my lights on the interstate at night, but not here, obviously.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm asserting is that obviously, but I understand it's hard to just kind of say that. Yeah, I did get to a point where I wanted to have sex with somebody who's a little bit younger. But what I'm asserting,
No, not at all.
well, what I'm asserting is that it wasn't that he was 15. If he was 20, if he was 15, if he was 25, if he was 17, it wouldn't have mattered to you. I'm sure at a certain point, obviously, if he was 8,
Okay.
right. But what I'm saying is, it was just because of feelings and a connection with him that you wanted to have sex with
And
him.
I know if I see this person and I'm like, no.
Well,
thank you.
hold on, Blake. Nobody goes 40 hours in two separate, 20, I guess a total of 80 hours of driving for somebody after sending all these pics saying I don't want to do this, or saying I do want to do this. I'm sorry, saying was all this and that to not want to do. So what I'm more curious about is that
My intent was not that. It was.
well hold on. I'm
Blake,
I'm going to stop you right there. It's not the words, because obviously if you were saying that to him and you never went to California, I wouldn't be here saying, oh, you wanted to do it with him, because obviously you never went to California. But you went to California, Florida, and I'm not saying that's just you being some or anything like that. But I'm more curious
It
because
could be the situation where I wanted to engage in sex with the person. It could be thought of that, but I just.
well, of course it was that. I know he didn't show up or anything because he wasn't real. Of course it was that. But I'm more curious. Like, is this something?
It was something that he was interested in.
Okay.
He said, "I have this set up. This is what's going to happen."
So.
And I said, I don't want to do that. I just want to do it. And then I played along and said, okay, it's fun.
So
Let's do it.
hold on. So that's what I'm curious about. Was this something that you were going to do no matter what, or was this something that you were going to do if he was the one that really wanted it? There's a big difference between the two.
No, I wouldn't have. I just know I wouldn't have. It would have at me like.
Well, Blake,
No.
I wouldn't have the photos with the name on your if that wasn't going to be the case. So what I'm wondering is it truly something that, I mean, the message got very graphic, Blake. So what I'm wondering is truly, like, is this something that you were going to let him take the lead on, or is this something you were going to do no matter what?
No.
Because
I sincerely would not have done that. With complete passion, I went into my mental loopiness of whatever and said, I will do. I even said, like, this hurts me so much that if he F's me, I want to be so screwed to light a fire under my ass and to get up and do something.
Okay.
So I was into the pet thing that had turned out with his language and do something every night.
Right.
It's a silly game.
Okay. Did he start to turn you on after a while?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
So the words that a human being of wanting to have something, does it turn a person on, or
Yeah.
does it turn a person on?
Right.
Very
So,
little wanting to actually mess with the chemistry or
Okay.
anything with a 15-year-old and warp anything.
well, did the connection with him tickle your fancy a little bit, turn you on? Just the fact that it was a human connection. I'm not saying you liked him because he was
It was
15.
human. It really didn't. I didn't. It didn't. It was. No.
Okay, Blake. There were tons of photos sent to
I'm
East.
sorry, by the way.
It is what it is. It's fine.
That's part of the job.
It's part of the job. But you can't fake it. You know, you can fake messages of like, oh, I'm
But I'm
into it.
not looking at a person.
Idea of that connection turn you on? Okay, so why was your in the photos?
Manipulation from me.
Okay, but why did you want like this person enough to send it up photos?
It was the whole thing I was saying. Fried. I was like, here you go. Here's your blackmail.
Okay. I mean, did you tell him you were going to come to California and have sex with him? In Orlando and have sex with him?
Eventually, through a lot of finagling, I kept saying to him, I don't want to do that. I want to get to know you. Then he would say, oh, you're boring or something. Don't quote me. But it would always kind of, so eventually that idea of him wanting that, I thought would keep him drawn in.
Okay. So here he said, do you want to be choked up with my LOL? And you said yes, and plugged up my...
It was complete, like, guy's thing. It was like, okay, because that sounded so not like you want. He's never said, I'm going to choke on your or something.
Right.
And again, I was like, sure, whatever, whoever you are, because it was so demeaning. And I played along. I said, okay,
Right. Blake.
I'll do it. And I'm not even kidding.
Blake, it says here, I want to have sex with you in your bed and in your and the shower. And there are two places that you kind of appeared at. So everything you told me so saying I don't want to have. And I really think this about you, but it, the only real thing could have been a thing.
How was him pushing the dialogue?
Would have been his call. That's what I'm wondering.
Ever forth. It's whatever was the broad spectrum.
Ask this because this is what I think happened. Oh,
I'm so liberal. You could say
never.
just
Or the guys aren't. Okay.
Yeah.
There's not.
Like, I don't, I personally don't. Contrary to that, I fried. And after that thing with Luke, it just said, whatever. It was more of a cry out for help for Luke to what's going on.
Got
No.
Okay. Well, an account was kind of on you in the first place, and well,
Yeah, this will be good to know.
yeah. Did anything happen to you when you were younger? No?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Do you have any flashbacks of anything ever, or?
There was my mom's best friend. She passed away from cancer. Her
Okay.
husband gave me some weird vibes.
Okay.
This was, and sure enough, the son, or they were investigated for something around these lines.
Uh-huh.
And I just didn't. He just seemed like he was kind of casting away from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. But
Right.
I'm not going to take away the real effect to come up with. I don't know.
Sure.
I guess I'm just saying he was a weird, an eccentric, different kind.
Right. Well, would it be crazy to say that there have been times where you've had to push a kid off of you in person or anything like that, or where you have to like kind of set some boundaries?
Intervene with a consumer, they're called now, people, a person who my mother was taking care of.
Uh-huh.
She was getting in the face, and I must have been a teenager. It's like, it set me. I was calm.
Right.
But my mom was so professional. We kind of she just was like assertive,
Right.
kept her ground. I think my instinct to protect mom came in and went like, that's not okay to see
Right.
somebody who is tough. This is a tough life. She can get miscued.
Right.
She has a heart of gold. To be in that vulnerable position, I moved her to her room,
Mm-hmm.
and then she got up and then punched me in the face.
Got it.
I mean, I was in shock. I didn't even feel it.
Right.
So I just set her back down.
Got it.
There has been a time when I had to restrain a client who's coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
Advanced upon.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Were there times where you didn't even know you were advanced upon, where you just realized that they're on me, I got to get them off me, or anything like that?
That's been my life. I'm not. This is so generic to say. I didn't know I had this would be vulgar, a member. I didn't know I had a member since I was like 14 or 15. I was a late bloomer. It was so much better with connection. And no. What was the question?
Were there times where somebody on the younger side has come on to you, where you've had to get them off of you or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have read it that way either.
Okay.
Because I'm just not secondary to me.
Right.
And maybe not even secondary.
Okay. Got it.
I know. Contrary.
Right. Do you have an iPhone?
It's a Motorola.
Got it. Yeah. It's. So I do want to ask this. All right, because obviously you're.
Is it voluntary?
Voluntary?
Yes.
Everything is. So here's the thing. Motorola's are you talked about getting hacked earlier. They're very easy to get into, I'm sure, as you know.
Yeah.
And again, this is something that we can stomp out now. Again, if I thought, just like when I was asking about the babies and toddlers earlier, if this was something meant to be up my sleeve to come back at you with, I wouldn't be bringing it up to you, right? That just wouldn't make any sense. But obviously on the phone, there's some.
I'm not engaging with that.
Right, but there's some less than flattering things on your phone right now that probably need to get off the phone.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about
I didn't even know.
Well, I'm not talking about pics. I'm talking about some of the stuff. Have you changed any settings on Telegram at all?
I mean, sometimes I change last seen
Okay.
or last, oh, the encrypted thing. I don't do that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So
What settings?
if you don't know what I'm talking about, then settings weren't changed.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So that means that autosave is on with some of this crap they were sending your way. So have you noticed some of it ever show up in your gallery where you've had to delete it off your gallery at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I try to quickly.
What am I talking about? When I say gallery, what am I talking about?
That's a photo album.
Okay.
I would say, right?
Yes. So.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Should we? Go to the bath?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Even without getting.
Yeah. Just yeah, y'all can.
Is this okay? I don't want to.
Yeah. Here, Ryan. You can just come out. You can just come outside.
Piss.
Yeah, dude, go take a piss.
Yeah.
And I think it's by where the fried pickle section is.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Here, you can just after you.
I'm getting out of the van too, right?
Huh?
I will be able to get.
Yeah. Well, obviously, since we are in the van now, it's a lot warmer in here. God, it's much better. Here we can.
What are you guys affiliated with? What's your?
So I'll tell you, it's called Kid Protectors USA, and we just make sure. Hell yeah, we just make sure kids don't talk to adults, adults don't talk to kids, and sometimes good people fall into that, which you're included.
I'm okay. I'm a decent person,
Yeah.
I would say.
Right. I just want to let you know, obviously, like the doors are unlocked. I'm not mad if you walk out. You can leave at any time. We're not going anywhere. Like, I just want you to know that I'm not trapping you or anything. Okay.
I'm going to do this for like 10 minutes for those guys inside. Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't hit.
Yeah, getting cold or anything. So,
We're not dressed for the weather.
No, we're not. Sorry about the mess. You're dressed for like summer in Minnesota right now.
No, my car. It should be cleaner.
Okay.
But no.
Okay. Got it. So some of the shit they've sent your way. So you've noticed it pop up like in your. When I say gallery, you mentioned like a photo album, that is what I mean. But like you're talking about like this photo album thing here. It's popped up there sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you had to get rid of some of that stuff in your photo album?
Has it popped up in there?
Well, I'm asking you. You mentioned that it has.
No. Well, it was probably a while ago. It was like, okay, from the get-go, and then, so it must have been, I don't know, 4 months ago or something.
Okay. How many photos or videos of CP did you have to do?
No, I don't have it that long. It's gone pretty quick. Around 10 or something, and it wasn't me hoarding the pile of
right.
that.
See, but it was in to confirm. I'm just confirming because, obviously we don't want some going willy-nilly saving to some private folder or anything like that. If it is, it's just fine. But do we have a private folder that is safe too? No. Okay. So straight up, it was in your photo gallery, but you got rid of it. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty quickly. Yep.
Okay.
And I might have been partially closed, or it wasn't something that was, to me, it met the 15 criteria thing, but I can't really recall.
Got it. Well, basically, I guess just to confirm, like if people were to go through that gallery of what was on, I mean, obviously you did the right thing, got rid of it. But if people were to go through what was on that gallery, what do you think would happen? Like, what do you think would be, like, if anything?
Nothing. It's mostly me.
No, I understand now. But of those photos you deleted, if people were to see that, what do you think would happen?
Well, that's why I would delete them pretty quickly. I don't know, I assume get frightened.
Okay. Basically, okay, so just say, and I'm not a detective, I'm not a cop, you know that, but if a cop were to see those 10 photos that you deleted, what do you think they would do? Like, what do you think would happen?
Um, I'm not sure. It might have been, I don't know. Sometimes I can't control what people send me. It's
No, that I understand, but what do you think their initial response would be?
It would probably be, oh, okay, so that's on there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if that did happen to somebody, I'd probably be pretty important for them to know
Okay.
to do that.
Well,
If they had that on the phone.
basically, yeah. So if you were intentionally having it on your phone, like say those photos you deleted were
Storing it,
yeah. Say if it was you, if you were intentionally storing it, what do you think the cops would do with those photos?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't have that profession.
Okay, I understand, but like, do you
I don't know the
think?
charges? I don't know. I may be charged. Yes.
Okay. Do you think? Okay, right. So those photos that were saved, there was, and again, it's not your fault for saving them, but there was some of kids that would probably be some issues.
Partial. I wouldn't say full.
What do you mean by partial?
Well, like
Okay.
but not the whole maybe thing.
Okay. Got it. So that video of the that video of the baby they sent, how long was that video?
I don't know. I just don't keep track of that.
Okay. What was it wasn't a 1 second clip.
It was too no, it was too brutal. I just don't even.
Okay. Well, I mean, was it like a whole hour long production here? Was it a couple minutes, or that's what I'm kind of?
I didn't watch the thing. It was done.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't ask you if you didn't watch the thing. I mean, you know, when we say it's come to you, if it's an immediate delete, you know, that'd be like someone sends that to me overnight, and then I'm like, oh, what the fuck's this? And I just delete it. Like, there's no record of that happening, because that's not like, I mean, because obviously then people would take massive advantage of that and try to get people for that, right? So I'm only asking because it was watched. So I'm more curious. Like, was it like a couple minutes? Was it like an hour? Like, you know, it's.
I don't. Like 30, 20 seconds. I don't know.
20 seconds. Okay. This is a fucked up thing to ask, but were there any other positions besides in the video, or is it just that for the straight amount of time?
I think in that one, that was it.
So there was another one of a baby. What happened in that?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So I do want to say this, Blake. I strongly believe, because again, it's a Motorola. It's not the hardest thing. I don't want to find out through anybody but you if there's anything on there right now, because I'm obviously helping you with this and I care about you and I think you're a very empathetic guy. But if I find out through any other means besides you, if there's something on that phone, because it's going to be checked immediately, then my extension of an olive branch to you will not be there anymore. So that's why let's figure it out now, okay? Because if I were to bet money, I'm not a betting man, but if I were to bet money, hey, is there something saved on that gallery? That's probably not the best thing to have. That's probably a little bit line crossing. I'd bet good money it's on there.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. What about in some Telegram chats that maybe we forgot to delete or something?
No.
Okay, because that's going to be found out. Okay. And I do want to say too, and this is definitely something to come clean about, because I definitely, you know, obviously foster care is going to raise some questions, right? And I don't want to. The last thing we want to do is just go talk to some kid that was in your care, in your mom's care, because it's going to happen, and you know they can always exaggerate things or make stuff up or, you know, take things out of context. But those people who are probably adults now, some are maybe still kids, I don't know. But they're going to be talked to, okay? Every single one of them is going to be talked to. It's not hard. Your mom was like registered, right? Like she was like,
Yes.
right. So those records of all those kids are going to be there. They're all going to be talked to. All right. Every kid that's ever come in contact with you is going to be talked to, including Noah. All right. All those people are going to be talked to. Is there anything that could have happened? Maybe it was just out of context. Maybe it was just a moment of you getting carried away or a moment of weakness. Is there anything that would have happened with that?
No.
Okay. Because if we find out through them and not you, again, the olive branch goes out. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, in that case,
all right. So is that all today, I guess?
did you call them there?
No.
I can step out.
No.
How's it going? How's it going? We're just having a conversation here with Blake Lure. Basically, you're not going to talk to a 15-year-old boy again, are you?
I seen y'all pulled up a while ago when I passed by.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe so.
Yeah, I was right there when I remember you getting out to him too. Y'all walked by my car when I pulled up. It was going another day.
Got it. You're
No.
not going to talk to a 15-year-old boy again, are you?
No.
Last time doing that crap?
If I'm sure that's a 15-year-old boy.
Okay. And you're not going to be in a position where you're receiving child videos of babies again, are you?
No.
That's a thing of the past now?
It just wasn't a thing I was. No.
Just the man who got taken out of Texas. What's his name? What's your name? You got an ID on you?
Your name is Blake.
You have an ID?
I do.
Oh, just come on, favor. Keep your hands out your pocket for a minute. What's your name?
Blake.
B-L-A-K?
No.
What's your last name? What's your date of birth? You have a Texas driver's license? Just a minute. Okay, take this out. Just a minute. Y'all doing a YouTube show or something, or?
Oh, we do have a YouTube channel, yes. May I talk to you over there, officer?
Sure.
Yeah, so we have a group called poachers where we catch all.
We're done your beer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I tried to spit earlier. I guess it got on there. We have a group called poachers where we catch online child across the country, and we're from Houston, Texas, but we haven't been in Collin County in a couple of years, but we do travel nationwide. We have arrests in 46 states, convictions in 40, and Mr. Lore was talking to who he believes to be a 15-year-old boy. Usually we do our own work where we're posing as the minor, but this was just kind of given to me by some random guy that I don't really know. But the reason we interviewed him, obviously the message is who he thinks is this 15-year-old boy, and I believe he was dabbling in child pornography very heavily. So he agreed to talk to me voluntarily. Never did I tell him that he's being detained. Never did I tell him I'm a cop. Never did I say, and I told him like it's you know, if you do it, you don't have to be here or anything like that. And he admitted to me that he's received videos as young as infants and toddlers to his phone, and that he saved what would probably be child porn to his phone at one point. He claims he deleted it, but we do have clips of him admitting that he did save it and all that stuff.
Hey, where's the phone is, sir?
It's right here.
Okay. Thank you.
Based.
Probably gonna need a statement from you.
Absolutely, no
Okay.
problem.
I kind of have an idea of what I think it's going to be.
Right.
What do you have?
So we have these chats here with who he thinks is a 15-year-old boy, where he's very. Unfortunately, we were not the ones who basically did the chatting online. Nobody from my team was. It was just somebody who follows me on Instagram, kind of sent them to me. So they're definitely incomplete. But this individual was found on some like Russian forum site. So I had a feeling he'd be in a child. So when I talked to him, he admitted to a shit ton of child that he's viewed, all that stuff, where he's received it. He said he mostly received it on Telegram, described a video of a baby that he's watched like a couple months ago. So, I mean...
Do you have all that? Like on a USB or anything like that you can
yeah,
email to me?
Yeah, we can absolutely email it to you.
Let me get you... We'll keep talking and I'll give you my car.
All right.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
No, and I told him that I'm not either.
Did he get your info yet?
No, he did not. No, these cops actually they forgot to give it back to me a couple days ago, so got to get a new one.
What's your last name?
It's a Rosen, R-O-S-E-N. First name's Alex, A-L-E-X.
Birthday?
And we had an address for him because he said he lived in McKinney and all that shit, and then his phone number goes back to him in McKinney. And shit, what was I gonna say? So I'm trying to think. So yeah, I try to I hit him up on another decoy account to hopefully just get everything saved this time, because I didn't really control the other one. He was talking for a little bit, but he was genuinely heartbroken that the 15-year-old boy he was talking to, quote unquote, broke up with him. So I'm like, there's no way this guy's gonna do anything. So I just basically dropped the ball at him and said, hey, look, Blake, we got to have a conversation about this. Let's talk it out. He agreed to talk. Never did I tell him that I'm law enforcement. Never did I tell him, if you do this, I'm going to call the cops or anything like that. He just agreed to talk. And we have that all documented as well.
That's what that is?
No, these are the messages before.
From your team?
Not from my team, no. These are just for...
Team.
So...
I don't know how the team...
Right. So basically... One of my Instagram followers just kind of randomly hit me up about this guy, saying that he was just talking to him as a 15-year-old boy. And not all the chats were saved, or is pretty incomplete, but I mean, this was
his...
correct. This was definitely enough for me to be like, this guy's definitely...
Okay.
In the left. Maybe yes. And this thing. Yeah, no problem.
Jesus. First.
Okay. Did not expect that.
They even have him cuffed, or they just put his hands behind his back?
I think he put the cuffs.
Oh, he put the cuffs? Nuts.
Come on, man.
What are they doing right now?
Well, they're giving a card out. We're never letting them go now.
Bring the tits out. This is for the straight guy. You're working out. You're big, dude. I ain't fighting you. I saw you throw that shred to the ground, dude.
Oh, yeah, but dude, everybody on Instagram could have done the same thing, but 10 times better, obviously.
Oh yeah. They would have squeezed the leg.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Even technique. Yeah.
Dude, if it was me, haha.
That bad?
Oh, no, my punching ass, but like.
No. He was pretty glad. That's all that bad.
Right. No, with him, it was fun.
Dude,
when I was doing it, when I was like watching the video got slow, he was airborne off the ground. Yeah. Bro, I know that shit.
Oh yeah.
It was
Okay. All right.
You guys get just call the service.
Thank you. Did y'all see this phone?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all have his phone?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. And it's airplane mode?
Yeah. So
Okay,
I
great.
took care of all that.
Thank you.
But I need that video like as soon as
Oh,
the email.
dude,
like,
you will have it within 6 hours.
Well, just give me your email.
yeah, I've got his email. I'm gonna sit here.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it's just my information.
Yeah, I'm just copy post it all on it.
So what I'm gonna do is all y'all know this thing operation. I'll do the operation you really go to.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What I'll do in the email, because it's usually somebody that I employ would be doing the chatting. This was not the case this time. What I'm gonna write in the email, I'll have like a statement of basically what happened, who did it. Like I'll basically break it all down for y'all.
But you're the only person that was never working with that person.
That's correct. I do.
He showed me how to play no game and things
You know, phone. I was taking a picture of it.
Here, what I did is I put those short clips on a Dropbox, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the long form video to that as well from start to finish. But if you want to put your email in now, I can just send you that. Here, no, I'm about to
when I go back to the office here in a minute, after you send it, I'll make sure it's all clear and blurry. Like,
You guys do that stuff.
No, I'm just emailing like the short clips right now that would kind of screen record if we really get some shit.
it's obviously where I didn't add recipient.
Oh man. We can just use your name on the live. I don't care about, but not on the camera.
Oh, there's listening.
Yeah, he was spazzing out all day about the 15-year-old breaking up with him.
You work it out, man.
This is Blake.
Like lower
I have
R.
a story to tell. It's a real story. And a doozy.
The real story.
We're gonna work it out, man.
So I met this person.
Here, actually,
Who's Joe?
I'm honestly gonna screen record this drive. I mean, if he ever tries to bring up, I didn't think she was real, or I didn't think he was real.
I've got a story to tell.
I got a story to tell, man.
And a doozy. And
A doozy.
that's a lot. So I met this person.
Mind you, I'm the only person that follows him on it. He has one follower on Instagram, and he's putting the story out there.
And it's you.
Right, you're right. Okay, he's standing outside his car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is there... Yeah, just say... Yeah, we see him. Just say... yeah, so he's definitely scouting out. Just be like, I went through the back entrance.
He's dancing or something.
Is he? Do you yeah, wait, is he...
He's putting on a jacket right
Wait, yeah, no, Cody, just stay on the line, stay on the line.
I got you.
Just say...
He's smiling.
Yeah, he's... Oh, is he walking in?
No, he's just like walking back. Bro,
Oh, he's about to walk.
me on something.
Bro, yeah, of course. Is he walking in? Yeah, did you tell him to go inside?
Is he inside?
He's about to be.
Yeah.
He's walking in.
I bet.
He's inside.
He's inside.
Yeah.
Oh, where's he going? To the bathroom? Okay, we're gonna make contact with him right now.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, let's go. Right. Hit Art. Let's do it. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna call Pablo and... Is Aaron mic'd up? Okay. Answer Pablo. Yeah, I'm gonna have him pull in now, though. Is that them over there? Hey.
Hello?
Hey, y'all come in the parking lot now. He's inside, and make sure you get his license plate just in case he runs off.
Okay, well, you know what car it is?
It's gonna be the only Texas plate in the place.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right next to the grate.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to get laundry detergent or
Hey,
what?
Blake. How's it going,
Blake.
man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Can we just go inside and have a talk? Or just outside? I'm not here to cause any trouble, dude. I just want to talk.
Where's Easton?
We'll talk about that, man. I really think you're a good dude. I just want to make sure everything's good. That's all, man. Can we do that?
Just a conversation.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes, let's just over here.
Okay.
So it was bologna?
It wasn't baloney, not necessarily, but it's for safety, as you know. But I'm not here to. Obviously, this is a place I haven't been to, so I'm not here to.
We're not here to attack you. And,
Right.
you know,
of course,
this
you know
is
that.
just-
You want to just go in that light over there, or?
We can sit down over on the curb or something.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Where is Easton?
Easton is.
I am like
Yeah,
a wreck.
yeah. And in the pics, you were wrecked, but Easton is actually in town. Like, I promise you. Okay. Blake, come here, man. I promise.
Would you want to see him still?
Not to joke.
'Cause, I mean-
Ever was.
Yeah.
I really wanted to reach this person.
I know.
Oh my god. That was my first intent. Who is this? Is he in danger? Can I help him?
Right. Dude.
You don't believe me?
No.
I freaking get it. But I've never heard of this stuff.
Blake, listen, dude. Come here. Look, I know, dude, you show him a lot of empathy, bro.
That's not the shallow empathy.
I know
This
it's
was
not shallow. It's
deep
not.
freaking-
Blake, do you think I would have come all the way here to talk to you if I thought it was anything but empathy, dude?
No, you can't. You came here because you did think it was something other than empathy. That's why you came here.
Blake, but Blake, I'm giving you the, Blake, if I thought it was anything other than empathy, I wouldn't be here talking to you, man. Double checking happens, bro. I promise you. Oh yeah. My bad. Yeah, no problem. This your car right here? Okay. Yeah, we'll move away.
Where is Easton?
All right, let's go over there. Let's not cause any commotion at Mickey D's, man.
Where is he?
He's in town, I promise you. Okay?
Is he younger? Is he older?
He's exactly who he says he is, I promise. Okay.
So what was the deal? Did he get a hold of you guys? Did you get a hold of him?
Yes, I'm going to tell you everything. Just be fully transparent. I have no problem with Easton hanging out with him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really like...
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember how old is Easton, bro?
I don't know how old he is.
But what did he tell?
I've never seen him.
Right, but what did he tell you? That's probably what brings us here, man. Right?
Have you been talking with Easton and so on and so
Oh,
forth?
I have.
Yeah.
Has he talked to you on the phone? He has. Okay.
I have to go. I'm sorry.
Blake, man, listen.
I sweated and did everything I could.
Right.
I tried to be there for him, and this wasn't like, I'm gonna go.
Did
it
I?
Was all the dialogue.
Yeah.
All there where it was like, what are you gonna do to me then? What are you gonna do to me then? And I was still checking those boxes, like, what's going on, man?
Right.
Because I can play that, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Because I don't want to do that. That's not my character.
Okay. Well, Blake, how about this, man? Obviously, you know, you can go at any time, but I think it's probably best. Let's sit down, hash it out, and I promise you,
I'm not gonna see Easton.
Who said that?
Yeah, we don't have any problem with
Do you want me to call him on the phone right now?
Where is Easton?
Do you want me to call him on the phone?
He's here in town.
Do you want me to?
Can I see him?
I mean, as long as we can have this conversation and everything goes good, yeah. I don't see any reason why we couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We want you to see Easton. Like we don't think that you should be deprived of, you know.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
I have to go. This is
Well.
ridiculous.
It's kind of quick, but it's all right. Yeah, come on.
How's everything going?
Yeah, it's
Guys? Talk to me.
Yes.
a little bit quicker than I wanted, but it's okay. We had to do this.
What's your last name?
Why? We're gonna give you this information.
Because I'm gonna run your name and make sure you have no active warrants or anything in this area.
That's anywhere. That's
Quicker than I
That was
wanted.
really fast.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but
This is going to be your shortest video.
I know.
And my shortest video.
I mean, dude, after tonight's news, I can't really be mad at anything.
No. I mean, bottom line is, you know.
Right.
Called said there was an altercation. That is what the call is pertaining to. I need to know everyone's name. I will get all of their information. I will do the same.
Oh, McDonald's called?
McDonald's.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll think. Yeah.
We're supposed to go about this the same way as we would any other situation.
Right.
Get your ID and stuff.
No problem. Here you go.
So how things go down
How do things go down here usually?
right now? Yeah, with this.
Oh, I mean, I would hope he's in cuffs for traveling 14 hours to go meet a kid.
I mean, so when did you meet him inside? How?
Yeah. So basically, he was kind of at the door, and I just approached him, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to talk to us over there?" And then he started breaking down because he was like crying because he really wanted to see the guy. And
We're okay.
yeah, did McDonald's actually call?
We're good.
So I'm not sure he called. So you guys never made it inside the building.
No, he did, but we didn't.
So he came out.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
see him?
They're just,
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, Blake, come on, man," and he's like, "Oh God, I wanted to see him so." Like it was hilarious.
I'm not going to tell anyone. That's why I didn't approach him. No. I talk with you about.
Do you know Easton personally?
I do.
Is
Yeah, I do.
a friend
Yeah,
of the family?
good friend. Yeah.
I'm Blake.
Blake, nice to meet you, Blake. He told
He
you.
means the world to me.
He told you his age, though, right? I mean, you don't have to say it loud enough to me, but.
Just didn't know.
I seen the chat. I seen the chat logs. You know
And
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
trying to grab him because do you know what he's been around me?
No, I don't.
And
I don't know him that well. I know him, fairly well, but not enough to know his history so much. But but like I think our concern was his age.
I would never.
Well, I mean, what?
And I know It was some conversation.
Right.
And I, yes.
What's going on, guys? Why am I getting a call up here about an altercation between 8 individuals in a parking lot?
I think there was trying to understand where we're at.
White male date of birth.
I don't. I am.
They'll be out in Texas. Out of Texas. You have mental.
Where they described it being, I came
Are
over
we
here
loitering?
first.
Okay, if we're loitering, we can move. So, yes. There was no altercation.
No, I got a call from an employee.
Yes.
I seen where the group of people that they described it being was at, so I came over here because I wanted to make sure no one was being harmed.
I'm feeling safe.
Okay. So,
Basically, you came here to meet, what's his name, Blake, right?
My name's Blake.
You're Blake. What's the, because I must be confused here. What was the boy that you come here to meet?
My friend.
Your friend, and what was his name?
Easton.
Easton, that's right. Okay, so I don't know Easton. I thought this was somebody else. However, Easton told you he was what age? How old did he tell you?
Many different things.
But how old did, I read the,
I don't know.
So I read the chat logs, and if you want, I can pull them out. So we just want you to be honest with us, okay? You be honest with us, then this will go very easy for you. You understand?
I really didn't know.
He told you in the chats. I know I've seen 4 different pages of a lot of chats. In 4 different pages, he told you his age. So just be honest with me. How old was he?
I never met him.
How,
and I
how
have
old
no
did
idea.
How old did he
Whatever
tell?
he said he
Okay,
was,
so
I didn't know.
So denying is not going to help. So how old did he tell you he was? That's what we want to get to. Because as of right now, everything's cool. So how old was he? Just be honest. Whether he was telling the truth or not.
So
Whether he was telling the truth or not.
He said he was 15. He said he was.
He said he was 15.
He said
Okay,
a couple things.
I never seen where he said 20, or I never seen where he said 18. But I definitely seen 4 different times where he told you he was 15.
For 5 months. So.
For 5 months. Okay.
So it's been a mystery and something I've been trying to figure out myself.
Well, Blake, how old is his friend Connor?
He apparently is 13, or then I heard 14.
Okay. How did Blake and Connor? How did Blake and Connor know each other? Or what do they say?
I don't know. Honestly, he said it's a friend from. I just never believed.
A friend from where? Well, no, it's fine. A friend from where?
From school or something.
Okay, so they went to school together. So how can it be 20 if they go to school together, dude? Come on, man. Just stop. It's all right. It's okay.
It's all right. I was like, and I do have another conversation of where I'm saying,
okay,
this isn't facts.
Okay.
This isn't happening.
Did you send a picture in this motel right here?
And then how old did I think he was? It could have been anything.
Okay, but did you send this picture?
Did I send that?
Yeah. And is this you right here with your hanging out? I mean,
see this?
Yeah, I mean, is this not you right here?
To a mystery person.
Okay. So you sent this.
But I have no idea who it is.
Okay. Well.
Never met them.
But you know their friend they go to school with is 13 or 14. Is Easton like a fifth year senior or something?
That was some stuff that I was talking with somebody else about to figure out what was going on.
Well, Blake, you also told me back in Texas that you wanted to call CPS on Easton and his parents, and I don't think you call CPS on an adult. So
I was trying to check all those bases before I made that decision.
Right. So, I mean, there's one of the messages here where I'm going to bring up where you kind of joked and said you're the now. Do you say that to someone who's overage or underage?
I say that in sarcastic remark because I know that I'm talking to somebody that's like an obvious setup or something.
Is it an obvious setup? Okay, do people over 18 set up, or is it an obvious setup to someone? You don't pose as over 18 to set someone up, man.
This is what happened. So apparently there was some trauma or whatever.
Okay.
And I needed to figure out who Easton was.
Okay.
This was 5 months ago. This isn't me trying to hurt anybody.
Okay.
Anything like that.
But you sent pictures of yourself with his name on your.
Okay. It was all a joke because I knew.
Yeah, it is funny, but so you want to try to get some trauma sorted out. So to untraumatize him, you're going to send pictures of his name on your.
Because at that point, MT said, this is not...
Okay.
It wasn't the case like that at all. I knew it was a joke, so I was like, here, take more evidence. Here, take my whole body. That's what it was.
Yes! That's
pretty much
I'm not disputing you on that.
Yeah.
Guys, can we step in the park?
Oh yeah, man,
yeah,
for sure. Take more evidence. Here, you want to charge me? Have some evidence. Okay.
So yeah, I guess that's that.
So he said here, what type of pictures do you want of me on? And you're in it said the ones. Is that how does that sort out his trauma? Did you mess up at any point?
I didn't know anything.
Okay, but why were you
interested?
Why are you interested in pictures of this guy?
Of what guy?
Of the guy who's talking to you.
I wasn't interested in pictures of.
What types of pictures do you want of me? And you said the ones of him, of me. What? I'm just asking, dude. Like, were you just
Because
time
it
or?
was played that way.
Okay.
It was played. It was a script.
Okay.
It was. It was a script. And I knew it. I was seeing that. Okay, you have to send this. Okay, send this. Send this.
So you had to send pictures?
To somebody who wasn't who they were.
But you drove a total of now 100 hours to try to meet this guy. You drove 20 to LA and back, which is 40.
To figure this out.
20 to Orlando and back, which is, and now you drive all the way to Illinois to go meet this guy. And we have the phone call recorded, man. What did y'all talk about on the phone call?
Well, he brought up, and this was on text.
Sure.
Something where they said, don't do this on text, don't tell me.
Okay.
They said, what do you want to do to me first night?
Okay.
And I was like, get to know you?
Okay. Was there anything else talked about?
Things that were led.
Okay. What did he lead you to say? That's fine. No, it happens. I get you. What did he lead you to say?
This fictitious
Yeah. What
person.
did he lead you to say? What did he lead you to say, this fictitious person? Okay.
Like everything.
I mean, I can play the call of you saying you want to have with him. Do you want me to play it, or can we just kind of skip that? What do you want to do?
I mean, it would have been orchestrated.
Okay, but how?
So sure, it's like I could say, let's have.
But why did you say that to him?
Because I knew it was a joke.
Okay, and so is finding a shop also a joke when you talk about that here?
That was something I saw on this Connor page where he had all these obvious, and I told Easton, whoever this was, watch Connor because he is in some stuff.
And I'm sorry, I'm sorry. How old's Connor?
And it was.
How old did Connor say he was?
It was lubricants.
Okay.
It was this and that, and what I didn't believe that.
How old did Connor say he was?
Cody, Coder.
How old did Connor say he was?
I knew it was fiction.
How old did Connor say he was?
In fiction land,
sure.
He's 13 or 14.
And why were you following a page that says they're 13 and looking at their followers?
Because I was concerned.
Concerned?
Yes.
Okay, do you
Because if they were connected to Easton,
okay,
and they're connected to trading, DMing with other people that do this stuff.
What stuff?
Well, it says trade DM,
okay.
Then there's a plum.
Okay.
And I really don't know.
So what is trading? Like trading what?
I could only imagine.
Only imagine. Yeah. You're a smart dude.
This stuff.
Okay.
Mean,
so how is them sending feet to anybody different than you sending your picture to him?
It wasn't like Easton was 20. He was 15.
Okay. So you were concerned about that? So if you were concerned, so you tell me you were concerned about his well-being.
Concerned.
Okay.
And then felt played with. Bounced back. It was an emotional roller coaster.
Okay.
I was trying
Blake,
to wrestle
it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to get into some of your messages. You don't express any concern to people that say they're over 18. You don't talk about that at all with them. You don't ever say I'm concerned about this and that. You only show concern to people who say they're underage, but then you still say pics of them. So do you see how when you tell me that, hey, I was kind of concerned about this because of their age, that shows you kind of believe they're underage and you still send them pics. You see what I'm saying?
Because there's not over 18-year-olds I know that are doing that.
Correct. You don't. It's only underage.
Because I don't do that stuff.
All right, book them. I'm just kidding.
Book 'em. Just waiting for you. Oh my god. Face, dude.
Who wore the footage?
Wow. Unbelievable. You went from being a
Wait, we gotta do an outro press or air press do an outro for me today. All right, what's up, guys? We're catching this foster dad for the second time. This time, so we caught him in Texas the first time, and he still hit up the decoy even after the cop seized his phone for child. And he drove all the way to Benton, Illinois, where they do not around here. And
obviously.
Obviously not. One of the most hilarious busts ever, I gotta say. And yeah, we're getting Blake arrested. We will go anywhere to get him arrested. So, and also there might be some good news in the works about this little situation from earlier. So we hope we get some.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I hope so, man. But bye, Blakey.
Bye,
Blake. Oh God,
wow,
so minty. Dude,
that's fucking hilarious, dude. All right, book him.
The boys, dude.
Cups are on. These guys are awesome.
All right. You know what? Book them.
Yeah, they're going through his stuff right now. I want to see if they find anything. They're really digging in there. His whole suitcase, bro. Oh yeah, it's over there. Yeah, they found a bag.
Is there any way you guys want me to leave specifically?
What'd you say?
You can go out.
Okay. I just didn't want to mess up anything or be in the way.
Yeah, you're fine.